Good morning, and I'm off to Loch Awe. Today I'm hoping for a nice sunrise, I'm hoping for some nice high cloud, I'm hoping for a nice quiet still morning with some reflection over the lake. There's a Kilchurn Castle here, so all those things I'm hoping for. We're in Scotland, so it's a definite, right? Arrived down at the castle and I think I may have made a mistake. I think I might be photographing it from the wrong side. I was hoping that the sunrise was going to be over that direction. Well, the sunrise is going to be over that direction, but to photograph the castle I think I need to be at the other side. So I'm going to make the most of it and try and get a nice composition with the castle, maybe with some of these mountains in the background. A little bit disappointed, should have planned more, but we'll figure something out. Okay, so I'm up at the castle here. You can see it just behind me there. There's a few things going on. First thing, I've come to the wrong side of this little loch. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. The sun's still a little bit away from rising and I'm thinking there might be some nice sun just shining over onto the castle. Second thing, there's a little bit of wind, so my nice reflection might happen because the loch here is frozen up at the top. That might not be a bit of an issue. There's another photographer just over at the other side there. You might be able to pick him out just beside one of those trees. What I've done while I'm here is I've spotted a little tree in the far shore and I've just framed it up, and I'm going to take a little picture of this. If I don't get anything else today, at least I've got a picture of something. The breeze out across this lake is brutal. So the composition that I've set up, we have a little bit of a reflection. It's windy, but because the loch's frozen, it means that bit of a reflection. You'll see it in the photo anyway. We've got some snowy mountains in the background. We've got the castle. Yeah, quite happy with this. I'm just waiting for the sun to come out. I'd like the sun to shine on the castle, light that up a little bit, maybe a little bit of sun in the mountains in the background as well. Not sure if that's going to happen. Cable release when it's cold is the best. What's happening now is I'm just waiting for some kind of light to happen. As yet, nothing really has. There's been a little bit of light shining on the mountains in the background, but nothing that I've been really happy with to take a photograph of. I've done a little bit of bracketing, exposure bracketing, which is when I've set the camera to take 3 different shots. It underexposes one, it exposes one properly, and it overexposes one. I can then make an HDR image in the back in Lightroom. It means that I can get the highlights and the lowlights of an image. Another thing that's happening is, even though we have a frozen loch here, the wind does affect it. So when the wind blows, there's obviously a little thin layer of water over the top of the ice, which is just kind of fuzzy in the picture a little bit. So I am actually waiting for the wind to die down to take some photos. Now I've been standing here for 2 hours just waiting for the right light. It does look quite impressive, but I just want some light to shine onto the castle. If some light shines onto the castle, I'm going to be so happy with my photo. Hasn't happened yet. The light shone behind the castle, around the castle, almost on me on this shore, but no light has gone onto the castle. Don't know how much longer I'm going to stay here before I give up. Look at how close the sun is to coming out on me. It's so close, but it's just not coming. I'm getting so frustrated here. Ah! I got it. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. The sun came out on the castle for like 10 seconds maybe, and I got it. Chuffed the bits with that. Really, really chuffed. Gonna go back to the car and have a wee look to see where I can go next. I've kind of completed my task for today, so I feel like my work is done. I have arrived at a place just at the top of Loch Awe. I think it's called ECK maybe? Something like that. It's a little bit warmer than the last place anyway. And I found a little forest. My plan is to have a little bit of an explore about here. See what I can find. There's a little waterfall I've spotted from the road. And I'm going to just see what there is here. I've taken a few photos of a little waterfall just back there. Didn't get the camera out to document what I was doing because it was pretty risky stuff. Camera was in a little bit of a perilous place, so I didn't really want to be concentrating on videoing and photography. There were some quite nice icicles coming down from the waterfall. It is still quite cold here, even though, as I've said, it feels a bit warmer. Taking a few different shots from different angles, trying to get the right composition. Unfortunately, with a composition that I really liked, it moved a branch and an icicle fell off. It's a little bit frustrated by that, but I think I've hopefully found a composition that still works. I will post those photos, well, now I suppose. It's not just about photography, it's also about the most economical way to travel in a forest.